Welcome to another infographic instant with your host Brian Michael. In this episode we'll be looking at the question of whether it is still a good strategy to become a rentier capitalist. Now, this infographic is part of a larger paper that looks at the question of how international broker-dealers and private banks can increase their commissions by increasing the amount of wealth held by their clients and increasing the number of wealthy clients. So with that background in mind, let us turn our attention to the infographic. The infographic looks at two groups of actual and potential clients. Those in the top 10% of the income distribution and those at the top 1%. The infographic also looks at three types of income: wage, entrepreneurship, and capital, and it finds some interesting trends between 2000 and 2010. Naturally, as we expect, the amount of income, the proportion of income in these various groups declined for wages. They increased for entrepreneurial activity. However, there was a difference of effect in terms of capital. For the top 10% of income holders in the US, the contribution of capital, the amount of capital that this group held, fell, whereas for the top 1%, the amount of income that this group held increased by about 9% over the period. Now, this suggests, and it only suggests, a possible strategy for international wealth management firms. And that strategy is to focus on high net worth and ultra high net worth individuals rather than the affluent. If future trends continue in the way they have in the past, then we expect to see the relative contribution of capital fall for the top 10%, whereas it will rise for the top 1%. Now, before ending the video, we should make it clear that these are not our own data. In the paper that you will see, we try to present the results of other academics in order to provide balance to our own data and our own analysis. So as you'll see very clearly from the source in the infographic, it's from Piketty and Saez in 2003. I think Piketty had a recent book on capital which has been relatively controversial in the last couple of weeks. So hopefully this infographic will provide a bit of background not only to the question of broker-dealer strategy across countries, but also to his excellent research as well. This has been Brian Michael with another infographic instant.